This is Macbeth. He's a pretty swell guy. He rules over a region called Glamis. One day, he and his BFF Banquo take a nice stroll, where they meet a group of lovely ladies. They call Macbeth leader of Cawdor and soon to be King of Scotland. The ladies also call Banquo the father of a King of Scotland. Obviously confused, they ignore it and go along with their lives. Macbeth tells his wife about a strange meeting with this woman. When she hears that they prophesied that he will be king, she goes kind of mad and all evil while laughing to herself like a Disney villain. One day, the king visits Macbeth's castle. Little did he know it was going to be his last visit, because the wife formulates a devilish plan to assassinate the king and take the throne for themselves. Part 1 of the plan: get everybody wasted during the partying. Part 2: sneak into the king's room while he's sleeping and kill him. Part 3: blame it on the guards. This plan goes about as well as putting fridge outside the milk. It won't go bad immediately, but it definitely doesn't go well. Part 1 and 2 go as planned, but Macbeth completely forgot to blame the guards and walked to the castle with the murder weapons like an idiot. When his wife scolds him for being a moron, he goes back and kills the guards he was supposed to blame. Fortunately for them, they don't get blamed, because two guys called Macduff and Ross flee the country, making them very sus. The king's son also flees the country for fear of his safety, because every other candidate for being king has fled. Macbeth is now crowned king. The first thing he does is order a bunch of murderers to kill his best friend and his son, which is not that nice of him. But the murderers are apparently just as incompetent as Macbeth, so they only kill Banquo and not his son. After Macbeth receives this news, he goes kind of manic and sees a vision of dead Banquo, which is not that good for your mental health, I heard. Sadly, Macbeth did not go see a therapist and instead went to search for Macduff, starting with his house, where only his wife and kids are. So, is your husband here? No, he's not. Ah, that's a shame. Well, I'm going to kill you now. After that fiasco, he goes up to meet with the witches, who offer him some extra visions, which he obviously accepts. So he learns he can only be defeated by Macduff, someone who's not from a woman born, and if the woods are moving. Macbeth grows quite confident after hearing those cryptic requirements. But on the other side of the island is Macduff and the king's son Malcolm meeting and planning to invade Scotland, with the intention to overthrow Macbeth. The English military forces aids them, because who doesn't love a good war every month? They move on to go to Scotland, but they also have a big green plan. They chop down a forest and take the branches with leaves to hold them above their heads, so that the enemy can't tell how many soldiers there are. Macduff also learns about the fate of his family, and gets understandably mad. Malcolm goes all Palpatine to channel his sadness into anger, and the fight begins. When Macbeth heard about the invasion, he got mad of course, but instead of running away, he stayed and fought, which might be the first honorable thing he did. Here, have a medal. But his bravery soon fades when he sees the opposing army, which looks like a moving forest because of their strategy, which crosses over one of the things in our list. His wife also kills herself, but he wastes it off like he just ran out of peanut butter. When the enemy forces arrive at the castle, a young man attacks Macbeth. Look out, you only have one thing crossed on our list. Unfortunately, he cannot break the fourth wall, so he got completely annihilated. When Macbeth confronts the other soldiers, he sees Macduff and they challenge each other to a duel. After chasing a few hits, Macduff reveals he was born with a surgery, when Macbeth boasts that no one from a woman born can harm him. After this disgusting reveal of information, they continue to fight. But because Macduff completes the list, he wins and decapitates Macbeth. With the war over, Malcolm is crowned king and says some speech about politics or something. So, that is Macbeth summarized badly. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.